What's happening, everybody? Happy Friday. It's 3 o'clock, little final hour session, end of the month. And should be a pretty exciting segment today because we got a lot of trades going until the end of the day. Um, Precious metals crashing. Well, I'm not surprised. This has been something I've talked about, not to be a bear on precious metals, but saying I've got to wait for a pullback. It was driving me crazy. I'm sure every trader out there felt a bit of FOMO, maybe impatient. Maybe you splurged and bought some. Maybe you gave it a temptation. But now is the time I'm actually starting to scoop up some dips on gold and silver. So we'll talk about that as well. Some positions for the remainder of the day. We're trading at 69.31 right now. I have a lovely little profit trap around 69.40, a lovely profit trap around 69.55. And we have some trades as long as we stay above 68.75. We had a nice $1.25 winner today on daily profit play. Out of a $1.50, we grabbed the $1.25, so I was happy with that. We have 2 trades in waterfall income looking for full profit. So this is my 45 by 55. I pulled in $1.90. It's up 263. So there's some bonus profit that's coming in for it right now. That bonus profit gets even better if we're at 45 or higher, between 45 and 55. I also have the build a trade, bonus trade, 63, 69, 30, and 40. We're trading right now. This is actually in the profit trap. 165 is what I collected. I'm up 257 right now. So between these 2 trades, I have about 520 bucks. Let me see. Let me just kind of add up where we're at here. So we've got a 75 winner, 50 winner, 125 winner. If I took the profit right now, 260 and 270. So I'm up 780 bucks if I closed everything right now. Defense trades, I'd be sacrificing 95 and 95. So minus 95, up 590. And then another bonus trade for a 140. So I'm still at 450 bucks. If I close everything out right now, I'm up 450 bucks. That's not bad. If anybody is sweating this out a little bit, then take the profit. You got some cash, take it. It's good. It's a good day, good week. I'm going to try to ride this out a little bit longer because if we go down, there's no risk for me to the downside. I will sacrifice a little bit of the bonus profit right now since it's early. We have that final hour for the last 55 minutes. If we hang out and we kind of retest 40, maybe up to 45, that bonus trap continues to get bigger and swell into the close, like in the final, 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. All right. It's so funny. People on Twitter flaunting themselves calling the top. Yeah, I didn't call the top. I think that's ridiculous. Nobody called the top. I know people that were short, right? And they were short weeks ago and they got blown out. And then now they can say they were right. Look, I had no interest in calling the top. The one thing I kept warning for the entire year, we've been in this for 30 days, okay? Some of the big levels that I talked about were we have 590 bars, which is a lot. We have a percentage away from the 200-day moving average, which is a lot. We stretched to 31%. It's never been that far away, ever. Okay. So it was a lot. We had been in a bull market for years now. And since October 2023, we haven't tested a 200-day moving average. And I just warned, look, I don't know how it's going to correct. I don't know what it's going to do to the equities market, if anything. But, commodities are wild right now. And gold and silver have been unleashed and unhinged. And, you're seeing that type of crazy volatility where, I don't know. I guess people are now saying oh, I'm super happy that I took profit. I'm not. I'm buying more. I want more gold. I want more silver. I just wanted to wait for a correction. you know, I mean, and what's crazy is I literally thought, oh my gosh, maybe it is different this time. Is this squeeze going to be 6,000? Is this squeeze going to be 7,500? Is this squeeze going to be set like 10,000? I traded for 20 plus years and I'm still thinking is it going to be different this time? Are we just going to blast off to just unknown areas? It's so insane. Maybe. So anyway, we'll see. Right. But at least it's a reality check. And, structurally, let's look at the 1 hour chart here. Even if this is setting up for a swing, Even if this is we create a high, swing, pull back, lower high, lower low, right? All it is one quick correction, get it out of the way. We're going into the weekend. The market can pause and kind of gather its thoughts for a moment and then see if there's just more kind of backfilling over the next maybe week or two. And so this long overstretched move, just like we saw back in 2009 and 2011, when it hit 600 plus bars, it fell very quickly, 20%. And so since we were 30% overstretched, maybe it does it in a matter of days. Okay. I'm still a buyer. So I have levels. I'm watching. There's a small level there. I put these pending orders in. We talked about them this week. 2,500 bucks. I'm throwing in at 405. Another 5K at 355. I put in a ratio spread today on GLD for I got $1.25 on that. It's a 310 by 300. So if I'm going to own some shares, I'm going to own them pretty cheap and just kind of reestablish a core position. So that discount would be owning it at 288. 288 would be around a 43.5% discount on gold. I'm okay with that. Okay. All right. Let's see. In at 103 silver, got out at 118. I'm trying to get back in around 70. Small position scale into it. Gold. I can't. Got it. Yeah, it's fair. Look, it's been exciting. I'm already live. Mike should already be in this session. I'm already live, dude. Okay, we should be live on my YouTube channel. Yep, we're live. Cool. Okay. Larry. Let's see. SPX at the sweet spot 8 minutes ago. I bailed. Are you out of that, Sean? You bailed like the 100+%, right? I mean, right now you're up more than what we collected. Like this trade is let's see, where's it at? Bonus trade. So 165 is trading for 277. And the 190, 195 is trading for 250. Now, if we stay here at 69.26, this is only going to be worth 190. This is only going to be worth 165. Okay. The reason I'm hanging on to these is right now there's no downside risk. And if we do, and let's say in the next, 40 minutes, we're at 3:50 p.m. If we're back up to 35, back up to 40, this one is going to start looking very good for a bonus trap of maybe, $400 to $500. And if I can take that in addition to the 190, in addition to my waterfall income, in addition to my daily profit play, in addition to my engineered options, all these are looking pretty good. Okay. So speaking of like today's expirations, it's a lot. I've got a 250 trade, then XSP, daily profit play, waterfall income, 165, 195. If I just get the broken butterflies correct, there's $910 on the day, minus my 95 defense, my 140 defense. I'm still up 580. That's with bonus traps. That's just as is. So if I get a bonus trap here, maybe this can push up closer to $1,000 because all these bonus traps are up to $10. Okay. Yeah, that's good, man. I like that. That was the email you sent me, right? You got a little bonus. You said 100+%. So that's a solid win. Right? So you get 230 out of a 335 risk. You pulled 68.5% on that trade. Return on risk, like that's pretty good. Okay. If time, what tool do you watch with that? Thinkorswim does not have a great analyze tab. They do actually. Thinkorswim web doesn't, but Thinkorswim desktop does. If you go Thinkorswim desktop, you can absolutely grab that trade and monitor it, and that'll bring up the whole risk graph. So Thinkorswim does have a great tab if you look at the risk graph. But you'd have to use the desktop application. But I like Thinkorswim a lot. If you just grab the trades and you can take multiple trades if you want to, and just see where kind of everything is. Another way too is you can look at option strat, which the price is going to be off on option strat since I just used the free version of it. Tasty's going to be very noisy because I've got all these trades and accounts kind of overlapping. So anyway, if you use the Thinkorswim desktop, it should work, and you can pull in whatever trade and trades you want. You can also build it out and customize it and throw it in there too. U.S. military tells key Middle East ally to prepare for attack on Iran. Okay. I mean, if it mattered, I'd say the market react to it. If it happens, then the market's going to react on Monday. You know, that's not. I mean, look, since President Trump has been around for the last decade or so, I mean, we've had Russia, North Korea, Iran, Eurozone, Middle East, whoever, right? China. So markets are just off all time highs. So it's not something I'm gonna do anything with other than, well, if it gives me some structure, gives me some crazy breakdown technically, then we'll discuss it. One thing I wanted to do is let me bring up a workspace here. This is one of my workspaces for engineered options. I'm going to add in, see if I can build out my Ichimoku cloud here. This is an oldie but a goodie. I haven't used this in a while. I might just keep this hidden in the background since it is such a noisy indicator. But it tends to do pretty well with just overall price action. And I'm not even modifying the this is totally standard Ichimoku cloud. But support, dip and support. This is a 2020, that was that 10% correction in 2024. So I will say this, just looking at the bigger picture, I just think that so far 2026 has proven to be a bit of a grind fest. I mean, look at all these, like yesterday's price action was a dollar or what, 1.5% low, and then it came back to pretty much flat for the day. Today was down, kind of flat for the day. It's very volatile right now, but it is still supported. Do I get a little bit worried at some levels? Sure. If we see the market breaking, I'd say this is XSP. Let me go. XSP is fine. I don't have a lot of noise here, but if we break, let's say this low on XSP between this 671, so we can say like 6,700 ish on XS or SPX, or we come down here like 6,550. I mean, if we're breaking like Ichimoku cloud support, we're breaking lows, we're coming up to this level. This rising wedge would be pushing back to that 6,550 handle. I would just be a little bit more cautious. Maybe some chop in there, maybe some buying opportunities. Let me go to the SPX here. Yeah, I mean, this is the big zone. So if we come back to this area here, so we'd be breaking structure around 6,700. So if we are still going to have higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, this could still grind and grind and grind and grind. That's fine. One thing we want to be watching for is, does this structure break? Right? Let's say that going into early next week, the market is back up again to 7,000 plus. I'd be looking at this structure. I would also, look at the old Ichimoku cloud and see where that structure's at. Again, it's not foolproof, but it's held up pretty darn well, as have most, trend systems, trend lines over the last 12 plus months. Okay. All right. So I'm going to hide that right now. We don't need that noise, but I'm just doing the standard. Okay. So I'll hide that. What else do we have going on here? Let me see if I can get maybe a little profit trap here. This is wishful thinking. I might not get filled. I tried to get filled at 10 cents earlier, but I canceled the trade. So if I go 69 here, I want this to be like a 10-cent trade. Are we going to come to 6,900 near the end of the day? Lows around 93. Yesterday, so I took this trade yesterday. If you're in my final hour session yesterday, I took a 10-cent debit for a 5 wide butterfly, and it was a 10-center that I closed for $1.30, I believe. So 130, which means I netted 120 out of a 10-cent risk. I mean, that was up 1,200%. It was only a one contract trade, but it helped me kind of add to the day and end up winning a decent amount yesterday, playing defense in the wild and crazy move that was, down 1.5% all the way back to break even or so. Could I get this for 10 cents? I will let it hang out. If I put it in for 10 cents, I'm pretty much going to lose it if it gets filled, but I'm going to throw it in there just to see. because we're late enough in the day that if it gets filled for 10 cents, there's a chance that we could sneak in maybe an extra dollar if we come down and maybe poke 6,900. But in 43 minutes, price might just kind of hang out here between 20. Watching some live gamma right now between 20, 6,900, maybe popping up back to this positive negative gamma pivot point, which is 6,940. I'm pretty happy where we're at right now. Bonus trades are looking very good as long as we stay below 6,940. Okay, if they come back to 6,940, that's $1,000 profit trap, and we're getting into that part of the day where it's going to start showing up. Okay, 69.50, 55, another bonus trap. We'd have to have a massive rally into the end of the day, but it is end of the month. We could have some interesting flows, maybe. If I put in that 6,900, that's a 10-cent debit if it gets filled. 10-cent debit pays up to $490 if I'm spot on at 6,900 into the close. So, but like I said, we've got some good winners today. I was hoping that we'd have some bonus profit as far as those big profit traps. I'm hoping we'd have some of that to manage today. And that's why I'm going to hang on to these trades. Right now, there's no downside risk. As long as my SPX stays above 68.75, which today it looks like it's going to, I don't think we're going to drop 50 points at the end of the day. So we need 687 on XSP. We're well above that. I can look at the option chain right now. So 6875, there's like a 97% chance it stays above that, which is what we want. If you go to XSP, I need XSP to stay above 687. There is a 98% chance it stays above that by the end of the day. Okay. My pending orders here didn't fill. The 684, 683 didn't fill. That was a working order to get in. Let's see. That was for the Feb 2nd, which is Monday. I don't think that's going to fill. But that's also Monday. It's kind of an all or nothing trade on Monday. Okay. AGB says, my dad is getting into options, was talking about 5,000% gains. Should I tell him or let him find out? I mean, I'm all for like 500% gains, 1,000% gains. I can set you that. I can set up that trade, every single day with butterfly spreads. 5,000%. I don't know about that. If you want to show me a 5,000% gain, I'm going to give you about a less than 5% chance of profit on that trade. So realistically, it's like, look, I'm happy to, if your dad wants to check out some of my education, I'm happy to give you, 15 years of real option trading. It's like, you always have a trade-off. Gains like that are super, super, super low probability. I have, and like, I go to this, it's like services I'm running right now, daily profit play, we are at almost 90%. Waterfall income, 94+%. Project options edge, 97%. Pinch point, 85%. Newsbreakers, 71%. Engineered options, 70%. Double up, 60%. Okay. These are, put on this chart to show we take more risk. Like today, for example, on daily profit play, I pulled in $1.25 out of an 850 risk. I made 14.7% today on that risk. If I can do that, like somebody was asking me in my Discord, the math doesn't make any sense. Well, we're never taking a full loss of $1,000 because we're taking credit, right? So if I did, let's say this is my average. If I can average $100, okay. So if I have 89 winners at $100, okay, and then I take a loss. If I take a loss of 850, which is how this math would work here, if I take a loss of 850, and that's even given a bigger loss, if I go 850 losers, so 850 losers at 11, so 89 and 100, and 850, is that right? 11, 850. Okay, and that's why I go 5 wide, which would be averaging, I'm trying to think, $800 would be my max risk. So 800. And 100. Okay, I did the math in class this week. Let me see. Here's what we're looking at. Right here, actual track record in daily profit play. 89.3% winners. We just gave ourselves 100 trades, 89 winners, 11 losers. If average winner is $75, okay, and our average loss will be the full. So I'm going I'm averaging, $4 risk for $1 reward, and I'm taking partial profits along the way. If I average an average winner of $75, I'm still making money over 100 trades. I'm still making money over 100 trades with an $80 net winner, $85 net winner, $90 net winner, 95, even 55. I still make money. Okay. So point is, I mean, it's really just a process driven strategy. Whereas you rely on markets being efficient. They are very efficient. Okay. Days like, I mean, even yesterday, here's a good example. Okay. Yesterday, I don't know if I had a screenshot of this. I can kind of go back from memory. So when we started the day trading yesterday, here's where the market opened. We had a plus minus FOMC was like 41 points yesterday. 42 points yesterday on the day. That's what the market was expected to do. Okay. So you take this open, you go down 42 points, you go up 42 points. Guess what happened? Despite the market being down over 100 points, it came back and closed inside of that 42 point range. So despite the volatility, it was a efficient day. Okay. Today, market starts here. We start here. We had a plus minus, what was today? 40.27. 40.27 on the open today. Right now, price is at 28 points. Even with the market bleeding lower, going back up, leaking lower, we still are inside of an efficient day. That's why I have these black lines in the chart. Okay. The black lines in the chart here are based on the market's efficiencies. So I drew them out this morning. We do this stuff every single day in daily profit play. Okay. So if we stay above this level, which is around 69.06, market maintains efficiency. We're clearly going to stay below 7,009, market efficiency. Did they open today? They didn't open today, but we had two. We're having two that closed today for profit. One sec. I don't think any open today. No. Pending orders. Let me go SPX. So we were filled at 50 cents on the June one. This one's still trading for 50 to 55 cents. I'm not going to double up on that trade. We already have the trade in. I'm going to put it in around $1 and see if it gets filled. If there's a pullback, maybe it gets filled, right? If there's a bigger push, I mean, still, I go back to the analysis here on the rising wedge, right? If this is correct, this rising wedge is breaking structure, breaking structure, breaking structure. If it rolls over and breaks support, we fall. Okay. I'm using any opportunity for the VIX rallies this year to sell premium. Okay. I am trying to stay as far away from price as I possibly can to collect the safest income I possibly can. So it looks like this. If we see the market falling, there are two key levels that I think need to hold up. I think if the market comes back right in here, so this is key support where I have the yellow box. This previous high where I have the yellow box, and also where this breakout started. Who remembers this big gap that we saw when we announced that the kind of the de-escalation of the trade war with China? Who remembers that breakout? I do. This is where I can see the market going. So either here for support, here for support, here for support. Doesn't mean that we are falling there now. I think this market could go higher, 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 higher. And if it breaks structure, now we're going to start going after those destinations. So I say all that because if this market is going to go sideways or fall, or the VIX goes up to 20, I'm just going to keep selling premium down here. If we go up to 20, I'm going to go out to December 2026, January 2027, sell premium. Okay. Do I have to, I mean, if I did this over and over and over again, obviously I'm not trying to get, naked put exposure all over the place, but I will manage that credit because I'm not going to take, 1,000 shares of the SPY. I'm happy to own 100 or 200 shares and either keep 100 shares and let it get back to all-time highs again at some point, or take 200 shares and repair it for a couple $1,000. Okay. So if we have some choppiness here, I'm going to sell as much premium as I can on every little flare up in the VIX. So I didn't do it yesterday. I kind of wish that I would have. We had a little flare up to 19 and change. I think it was 19.75 yesterday. This high in the VIX was 19.74. Okay. So when we were up here to 21, I sold some premium. We came up here to 19.74. I had a chart alarm at 20. It obviously didn't break 20, so I didn't sell premium, but kind of wishing like I should have or wish I would have. But, I also realized that a break above 20 can quickly become a break to 30. So it's, I want to be careful on picking my levels and my timelines. So, I like the April 2025 lows. I think that is a smart place to start for pretty much anything this year. If you're trading in 2026, look at whatever stock it is, look at whatever asset it is, look at April 2025 lows. And if you can sell some decent premium out 6, 9, 12 months, I think that's a great trade. I think the probability of assignment is very low. I think the income on that is probably high percentage. And if you were assigned anything, you're talking about all the gains in 2025 being eroded back to April 2025 lows. So that's going to be one of my biggest tactics for 2026, which is I'll just sell premium, even if it's boring old, ratio spreads, boring old naked puts. But if it can help me generate, I don't know, 25 grand, 50 grand for the year, make 10% without even sweating out the choppiness that the market's sitting up here with all this indecision, give myself 30 to 40% room for error. I like that a lot better. If I can make 10%, the market goes up no percent, and all my room for error is 40% lower, like I'm going to love that trade. I just try to stay out of trouble. I think that's, I don't know why I'm so cautious in 2026, but I just am. Maybe it's having back-to-back-to-back years at nearly 20%. I'm a little cautious. Maybe it's having valuations in the 1 percentile of all-time highs. Maybe I'm a little cautious. Doesn't mean I'm bearish. Just means I'm cautious. So, the market could prove otherwise. The market could give us a firm break above 7,000 and we go higher. We take a look at some current structure. The market's a little dicey right now. Like this is current 0 DTE. I'm looking at some live gamma. 7,000 still on the cards for today. It just updated here. So no, 6,900 is thicker. Looks like all of our positive gamma today is pretty much toast. 6,900 is a maybe. Are we going to come down to, I don't know, we're at 69.21. We got about 30 minutes to go. Let's see what that profit trap's looking like right now. So SPX, these are all the trades I want to watch. This one's pretty much at full profit right now. This one can just expire and cash settle. That's $415. What would that, I'll add this up in just a second. So I've got 415. I have 195, 165. This is with no profit traps, by the way. 75 and 50, 50 and 250. And then daily profit play today, minus the defense. Okay. So right now with no profit traps, I'm looking at $995 for the day. Now, those aren't just trading today. Those are trades that have been in since last week. So that's just, obviously managing trades into today's close. But that's not a bad way to finish a week worth of trades. And if we get a bonus trap on top of that, there is, $1,000 to $2,000 extra dollars that could be tossed into this if we have some decent levels hit. Those key levels, like I mentioned today, if we have the SPX anywhere in here, 69.40, 69.50, we got some big fat bonus traps. I don't think we're coming to this one. I can probably rule this one out now. That's going to be a loss of $95. 68.75, that was, that's greater than, so I need it. That's fine. That's going to be fine. So this is likely going to be winner, potential profit trap. Okay, this one is likely winner, potential profit trap. This one is likely going to be a loser, likely small loss. That was defense. This one is going to be a winner, full profit. That's engineered options, 691. That's for Monday, so I'm not going to count that one yet. This needs to be 687. This is likely going to be a winner, full profit. That's going to be a likely small loss. That's the defense trade. And then this one I threw out there this morning, likely small loss for defense. Okay. So those bonuses wouldn't, they are showing up now. Look at them now. So bonus trade, I'm in for $1.90. It's trading for $2.35. So I'm getting bonus profit by about 40 to 50 cents. This trade, 165 is showing 287. I'm up another $120 in bonus profit. Okay, this one that I have highlighted, the 69, 30, 40, and 55, this one gets a little juicier if we're at 30. So 31 is an extra $100. 32 is $200, 33, 34, 35. Every dollar from 69.31 to 69.40 is between $100 and $1,000 bonus trap. And this all gets, magical here in the next 30 minutes. So if we get a late push into about 40 or so, I don't want to see it rip to 50. I don't mind it going to like 35. I don't mind it going to 36. I don't mind it going to 40, but I want that to be like in the next, maybe 15 to 18 minutes. And then we'll see what this one does. Okay. So that's probably the one that's looking the best as far as a profit trap goes today. So if I can increase this one to maybe $400, $500, still have a winner here, still have a winner here, still have winners here. Project Options Edge. I also have some winners in Project Options Edge. We should have a SPY trade closing today and a Q trade closing today. So if I've got any Project Options Edge traders out there, we have a Jan. This is a ratio spread. So the 500 by 480 for a $1.04. And this one here, 495 by 490 for 505. That's another, $610 today. But granted, that trade's been open for 180 days or 77 days, but this was a big expiration. This is also why when I was talking through Project Options last year, I was excited for, look, I've got another, $4,000 or $5,000 of profit just waiting for mid-January, end of January expirations. So we're finally here. And I've got a couple into mid-February as well. So another winner there on the SPY. And then QQQ, we should have a 111 trade. This is good for another $1. So if you're with Project Options Edge, there's another winner for $100. SPY for $100. SPY for 505. No complaints. Okay. So you can close it as it crosses. Yeah, I mean, you'll see me do it here in the session. I mean, I'm hanging out here at 69.28. This profit trap is going to look better once this. Where's it at? I need to look, I think the build a trade one. This one. So right now it's trading for $300. So I pulled in $1.65. It's up about $140 in profit trap right now. So you can see here the percentage on my screen. It says 186%. Like this is more than the credit that I pulled in. So we're in bonus trap territory right now. So this is also a time that I'm not trying to be super greedy, right? If this bonus trap is going to be up to like $350, $400, I'm going to take it. I obviously $1,000 is fantastic, but if this thing somehow blows through, if it blows through 50, this is a break-even trade. So my break-even on this exact trade is 6951.65. So I do not want to see price blow through 40. Really, it's like if it gets to 40, bigger profit trap. If it gets above 40, I'm probably looking to take whatever profit trap I can get here in the next 20 minutes or so. Okay, so we will keep a close eye on this one. This is what I'm watching on my other screen. So if this starts to slowly grind up towards 30 and change, that profit trap is going to get better. If we come back to that positive negative gamma pivot at 40, that's going to be pretty ideal. And if I take profit on that one, I still have a bonus trap at 50 and 55 as well. So this might actually work out to be pretty good. Now it's trading for 322. Okay. So let's keep an eye on this one. I'm just, trying to make sure that, I don't let this good trade slip through my fingers, right? We've already got, right now it's almost up double. So 165 and it's up 320. It's almost up 200%. So the good thing is I'm staring at price and we might just kind of inch our way up towards the 640 handle. And if we can get through there, right now it's late enough in the day at 335 that bonus trap should be starting to fill up nicely for us. Okay. So look, this is a good session for, we took some trades the last couple of weeks. I probably have, 500 or 600 traders on board with some of these bonus trades since I do this in my live sessions. And I get it. Like, I'm not closing this down without you knowing it. It's like I said all week, I'm like, we're going to take these into the close and see what happens. I put on some defense trades just in case things weren't cooperating. What's interesting is I pulled this 69.40 level from the breaking point when the market gapped lower. That was the exact gap price. So what this market has done is right now it's just kind of coming back to that efficiency point with this initial breakout. When this market broke down right here, When this market broke down, that inefficiency was filled right around 69.40. You see that? So right here, there's the close at 69.40. There's a gap lower, and we've come back and just played around in between, this breakout point. We obviously poked the highs. We're just kind of hanging out at that inefficiency. So on a positive note, even though the market went above me, because option trading is built around price and time, well, I had enough time in this trade to get back to where it needed to be. Price is exactly where it needs to be. And volatility has been somewhat contained where time is on my side when I'm selling premium. So looking okay. All right. Volume way higher now. Yep. All right. This one's looking good for a profit trap. Let me see if I can get $300 on this one. We're looking good. We're at 23. I have 17 points of movement. Let's go to the option chain here. I have 17 points of movement. Things can move a little bit faster late in the day like this. And it's also end of the month. There could be some squirrely price action here towards the close. Right now, this is showing, based on current volatility, current market, we've got a plus or minus here of like 10 points. It's possible that we can shoot up here to 35, maybe shoot down to 15. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. The nice part is my bonus profit is going to look better. So here's my credit. There's my bonus profit. That was a straight line. If it pops up here to like 35, 36 or 40, I'm actually, looking pretty good to not be kind of thrown out of the trade. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one, and I probably just have to keep the screen up for right now. This one is looking good for a full win. For engineered options, we're looking good for full wins. Engineered options looking good for full wins. This build a trade, this one here, this is the one that maybe has the best chance for a profit trap right now if we hang out around 35 or 40. So for some reason, my drawing tool, let me get rid of hang on a second. I'm going to bring up a fresh drawing tool so I can illustrate this. Okay, Gloria says, that's nuts. I missed the profit trap. I need to follow Chris's lead, move forward. I freaked out earlier on the 69.40 butterfly, rolled down. Hey, Gloria, are you the one that rolled that up and out? Are you the one that rolled it up to 25 cents? The good thing is you rolled it up for 25 cents. You rolled it wider as well. You went from like a 15 wide to a 25 wide. That was you, right? On the positive note, that 25 cents is pain despite taking the bigger risk. But, you have to remember what I did was, even though I was wrong. It's like the market was up to 7,000. I was totally wrong in this butterfly, but it came back, and now it's getting back into that profit trap. So what I did to combat that trade is, that's why I played the defense game, which is, I sacrificed the trades, right? I sacrificed 95, and $1.40. But I knew that with the trades I have running, it's okay. So I chew up $340, but I'm making $1,500. Like it trades off. And those defense trades were, risk $1 to make $15. So, if one of them paid me, it was certainly the right defense to play. But price obviously didn't make its way up to 7,000 plus, and stay there, I should say. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what okay. So on that note, you rolled out the 25 wide for 25 cents. You are sitting in profit on that trade now, right? You need a price to stay below 69.95. I think that's where you're at this week, right? Based on what I remember. Usually I'm pretty good about that stuff. Okay. All right, 320. Let's see if there's any magic here in the last 20 minutes. Okay. So on that note, I'm seeing some questions, want to learn options, want to learn more. That's great. What can I help you with? Right? You want a free class? Here's a free class. It's called One Trade Mastery. I'll send you the session here in the chat. One Trade Mastery. It's just a play link, 70-minute video. Shit. I just got filled for 10 cents on that debit spread. It's a butterfly trade. I had a feeling that was still in there. It's fine. Well, now I have a bonus profit at 6,900 if it comes down. It won't. But anyway, All right. The One Trade Mastery is it's a 70-minute video. That is basically showing if you want to be bullish on something, here's a way to do it. 3 different trades. What's it cost? What's the break even? What's your return on risk? And did the story play out? Right? You can do the same thing bearish. You can do the same thing for no direction. So I mean this. It's like this is why options are my favorite tool to trade, because it is truly, if you think of a trade up, down, sideways, you are simply doing a calculated bet. That is it. Calculated bet. Okay. All right. That build a trade, that 69, 30, and 40 is now from a $1.65 is trading for 360. So we got an extra $200 bonus profit there. We're trading at 69.30. It gets even better if we get to 69.35, 69.40. It gets even better. So this is the one I'm going to watch the closest here in the final 18 minutes, because this one has the profit potential for that trap. This one should still be good for a full profit around 190. Okay, if this one cash settled, like I could take the profit now, but if somehow we shoot up to like 69.50 or so, this one also has a bonus profit. So this one's probably the one I'm going to want to manage the closest here. And I am trying to not jump the gun yet, because here's why. So here's what happens. If price goes up, I have more profit. If price goes down, I keep my $1.65. I keep my $1.90. I keep all my initial trades. And I know what that roughly is from, I'm going to be up like $950 with everything. If this sneaks up here to this yellow box, which is 69.40, this trade should be showing a bigger profit. And more than likely, that's where I'll start taking profit. The link doesn't work. Really? Who can click on that link? It says One Trade Mastery. That it's just a video link. It should work. Let me try it here. So if I click on that link, there's a video. If you want to hit me up in Discord, send me a Discord message, or go to my free group chat in Discord and just ask for the One Trade Mastery. That video does work. So I'll throw it in Discord if you're not pulling it up in the YouTube chat. Okay. All right. 165 is now trading for 370. We got an extra $210 of bonus profit, $220 of bonus profit. Let's go, baby. Let's get to 40. What's kind of cool about this is I'm watching this 69.50 gamma level start to light up a little bit more. If we're going to make a climb here, that gives me an opportunity to close my bonus profit around 69.40. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing up to like $400. Come on, baby. It worked yesterday. Well, it should work today. It's the same link. I mean, it's in my Vimeo channel, and it always works when I just post that public link. Anyway, if you hit me up on Discord, I'll just send the link again. Okay, we're at 34. Let's go. 372. Climb, baby, climb. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. I'd love to see this thing get up to 40 again. Even though it's a little bit early, the magic of this trade is literally at 4 p.m. Eastern time, but we're close enough. Close enough. Let's see if we can get this thing to creep up here. Let me do the math. If I'm up $400, 400 would be, see, 165. So 400 minus 165, 235 on top of that. I should be closing this thing for some bonus credit. So if I've got a total of 400 minus 165, I'm looking for like a 235 credit or better. So if this shows like a 235 credit or better, and I can close it for 235, that's grabbing an extra $220 bonus. Okay, I'll keep an eye on this one. All right, we're at 36. 350, 375. Okay, I'm not going to mess around too much, though. Like if we are at 40, I probably want to take the profit. Okay, we're at 38 right now. Come on, dude. You cannot get closer to it. We're at 38. This is what's crazy about the butterfly spreads. Butterflies and broken wing butterflies, like literally the difference is this could be worth $1,100 if it's at this price at close. Because we're right there now, and there's still, it doesn't seem like 14 minutes is a lot, but in the game of butterfly spreads, at the end of the day, it is like all or nothing. So probably safer for me just to take this bonus profit. I kind of hate it right now because it's like, well, I'd like to see what happens in 14 minutes, and I can maybe kick myself a little bit later. But let's maybe close this bad boy down. 210 bonus profit. Let's go. Try to get 220 out of this if I can. $215. Come on, you sneaky turd. 205. We're at 40. Don't you freaking squeeze to 50 on me, you a-holes. All right, 195. I hate that I'm taking less, but come on. All right. All right, so that's a $1.90 bonus profit. So that trade is 165 and 190. I'm up 355 in that broken wing, and I have another one that's still running. So bonus profit. We're watching this stuff all live. Let me do a quick update here. Bonus trade management. The build a trade 6930 by 6945. I'm sorry, 40 by 6955. Entry $1.65 credit. Closed $1.90 credit. This is profit trap. And the net winner would be, what is that, 335? 355. 355 bucks. Okay, so that's a winner. Then we have this bonus trade, which is also getting into that profit trap. And this one is perfect at 55. And you can see that the 190 is now trading for 370. Getting better and better. If we squeeze up to 50, that could be another 500 bucks. This is another one I'm probably going to look to close it. Okay. Again, 50 is good. 50 is really good, actually, coming into these final 10 minutes. So right now, I'll get this one ready. So $1.90, there's another $2. All right. Let's see here. We still have a little bit to go. We're at 69.45. We're inside the profit trap. The way this thing works is if we're at 46, 7, 8, 9, this is up to $500 right here. If we're at 69.50, that's $500. If we're at 55, that's up to $1,000. This one, I think we have a little bit of wiggle room in the last 10 minutes. I mean, don't blow through my position here, but this one's looking better. So, all right, there we go. 3.8. Oh shit. We're at 6. All right, we're into that like $500 bonus trap area. We're at 50 right now. There's 400 plus bucks. Come on, baby. 400 bucks. That was quick. I'm going to try to sneak in. Can I get 225? 250? Let's try 250. All right, this is when prices get a little crazy at the end. Trying for 250. And again, this could be up to like 10 bucks. So I'm definitely cutting myself off a little bit here, but I just don't want to see price like either one fall or two rip to the upside, and it just becomes really, really sensitive here at the end. So I will try. Give me 240. Give me 230. I got filled at 235. Okay, so that's 190 plus 235. That's up 425. That's a bonus trade. The 69.45 by 69.55 by 69.70. Entry was $1.90. Closed for that closed for what? 235. So also taking a bonus profit on that one. This is Profit Trap. And Profit Trap for $425. Okay, nice, Randy. Filled at 250. Good, good, good. Yep. Okay. So the nice thing is too is now that price is retreating a little bit, this bonus profit is probably smaller. Yeah, now it's down to $1.90. Again, like we still have time. Like if we shoot back up to 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, if somehow price is in here like into the close, this is perfect. 55 is a $1,000 profit trap. And that's awesome to get. It's so difficult to get because it's literally the close and that's where things settle. I'm quite happy with how everything kind of settled in. That's, 2 bonus trades, 2 profit traps. I'm pretty stoked about that. And, we're watching this market fade right here at the end. Oops, get out of here. We're watching this market fade right off that 50 handle. So I think we did a pretty darn good job. Management wise, it's like holding that one where our profit trap would have been about 40. We hit 40, took our bonus profit. The other one hitting 50, the pin price was 55. We took some bonus profit. So I'm pretty happy with that. And, in the next 7 minutes, when the cash settles, we will find out if it was the right call for us to manage the profit like we did, or, maybe we could have been lucky at the close. All right. So bonus profit there, bonus profit there. This one's looking good for full profit. This one's down for 10 cents. That's a throwaway trade. End of day trap. So this one's up another $415. That'll be full cash today. The EOD, this one trap is only 10 cents. I'm down $10. No big deal. Oh, look at this baby. Look at that baby. Right off of the 50 handle. Okay. So, yep. This one. So the first one we did, the 69, 30, 40, and 55. This bonus trap is now 350, 360. That stings a little bit. Stings a little bit because that's another $150, $160 on top of what we closed out. So now it's $4. Look at that. So this one's trading for over $4 on top of the 165. But again, there's still 6 minutes left and price is very slippery here. If I still had that trade open, I'd be closing it down. I'd take the 350, I'd take the $4 and get out of here with, a $500 winner. Oh my God. Larry. Dude, do you want to just take the rest of the year off, man? Like that is it's pretty darn good, man. Big shout out to Larry, everybody. Larry's up $508,000 for the year. Good stuff. Yeah, man, I'm happy to talk to you. Let me know. That's dude, you're effing crushing it, which is so cool. Okay. First trade 30, 40, 55 is now up to a 450 profit trap. 490 profit trap. $5 profit trap. 460 profit. It's obviously price sensitive here, but even if you're getting 450 on top of that 165, you're up 615 on that broken wing butterfly. Love this stuff. All right. But, we still have it. Like if you're in this trade, this seems like this is a 5 minutes that'll last forever because you're like, I'm up $500. I mean, you're up $500 extra right now. You're right at your pin price at 69.40. Okay. This is where I don't get greedy. If I'm still in the trade, I'm out. 450, 470, $5 credit, get out of your bonus trap, take it, leave it, run, and, enjoy it. Larry, you know what's going on, dude. Look, it's not like the market's going to, you trade strategies, it's like you didn't get, you didn't get 500,000 in gains by guessing, it's like you have a strategy. So just keep trading. If you're getting like, comma sensitive, then you can obviously scale down a little bit. you can mitigate the risk a little bit. I mean, dude, I talked to you last week and you were up $210,000. So am I right? We did our private session last week on Friday. You're up 210 with just one of my services. I know you're up like 300 plus for the year, but now you're talking 500 and change. Like, dude, Larry is killing it. All right. Profit trap is up to 580, 570, 560. Good stuff, man. I am obviously very happy that we called that 69.40 level, and it's pretty nice that price is cooperating right on it to the end of the month. Wow. So this one is, I'm going to edit this one. Watching into close. So 550 to 590 at 3:57 p.m. Eastern time. So, I mean, that's crazy, right? That's an extra $4 of profit on that one. So I closed it out for 355. If I were to close it now at 550 plus the 165, it's up 715 right now. On top of the one we took 425, on top of all the other trades, like, yeah, that'd be a nice little way to manage it. But again, not being greedy. Net, pretty happy. Okay. And we have a, long 2 minutes to go. 40 would be fantastic. And 40 is not an accident. It's interesting how today's plus minus pivot point is at 40. And this also was literally the breakout point when the market was up, closed, gapped lower. 40 was the number. It just so happened that we use that as our pin price because that wasn't by accident. So anyway, good stuff. Yep. So we're at 38 right now. So if it cash settles here in the next minute, I will tell you exactly the math on that trade. We are really sticky at that 69.40. That is pretty fantastic, honestly. So let's see where this thing settles. I'll give you the exact number on this. I want to look at where it settles on my dynamic trend charts as well as my tasty charts. So we're at 38 and change, 37 and change. If we get up to like 39 or 40, that is pretty darn near perfect. It's still offering like a $5 bonus credit right now. Final minute to go. Now it's up to $6, 6 and change, 7 and change. Damn, dude. 670. Don't even do it, Mike. $8 and change. 710. Look where this thing settles. Oh my gosh. Do settle there. That'd be fantastic. Look at this thing. 6939.19. My broker is now frozen here. Okay. Now, if that is the true settlement, my trade is maxed out at 1165 minus, that pin price is only 81 cents different. Okay. So that is 1165 minus $81. That 6930 by 40 by 55, which I did with Nate in Build a Trade. This would have been last week on Wednesday. That trade is cash settled for $1,084. Okay. Now that risk on the trade was 335. So that's a 323% return on that trade with the profit trap perfectly pinned. I'm showing that Tasty's settling here at 69.14. So you got about an 80. Well, now it's 69.39. So, really, like you nailed that thing within $1, which is awesome. So you got 1165 of max profit. You're only down $1. So you got about 1065 in profit. Yeah, exactly. You get it. I didn't want to say it because I said it yesterday. I have not, it's never been like in my brain. And for some reason, the last couple of days, it like popped up on the vocabulary. So my channel should go viral now. You didn't have to close. I didn't have to close the trade. I'm glad that I did. We just racked up 2 profit traps. But that one is, again, you could not ask for a better close. You're within 1 point of a perfect trade. So, it gets better, but not by much. That's pretty damn good. And we were in this trade for a week. So the fact that it settled right here, just consider it a good trade, consider it, fortunate, and things worked out. But that dollar amount, that 69.40 price point was not by accident. So anyway, this one would have settled, that would have been 55.45. So this one would have been a full winner for 190. So the trade-off was we have about 1065 on one trade, and then we have only the 190 on the other trade. Okay. So just with those two bonus trades and the broken wing butterflies, that's the total. And like I said, I did sacrifice defense, so I'm down another 95, another 140. So that nets me out at 925. But if I throw in the other trades for engineered options, there's a let's see here, 250 and $1.65, another 50. Daily profit play today, waterfall income. What else? The Qs, the spies, like that's 505 and 105 and 100 on the Qs. Like, it's a pretty good chunk of profit today. So all in all, I'm pretty stoked. All right, you need to get Lambos. Yeah, I guess. Oh, at least I'll still be here in a year if the market crashes and the Lambos have to be repoed for all the crypto bros out there. Anyway, so check this out. This is dynamic trend showing a settlement at 693.750. This is Tasty at 6939.03. So that's where it settled. That's like awesome because you're within 1 point of your perfect trap at 69.40. So I'd say that's a pretty fun way to finish out the week. And let's add up some winners. Okay. So Tasty trade close at 6939.03. Only 97 off of a perfect 1165 pin. It's pretty cool. Gloria says, somehow my account went from 3,500 on Monday and now it's 8,600. Nice, Gloria. That's great. Okay, very good. So how was the week? I mean, we had some skin in the game at SPX. Engineered options, we've got two winners. I'll throw that in right here. So we have Project Options Edge, 130. Let's see here, QQQ. Trades full profit. Close for profit. Yep. So if you're in Project Options Edge, trade number 10. Is that right? No. It was a ratio spread. It was like a 404 by 404 and change by 400 for like $1. That's full profit. SPY, same thing. Engineered options, we had full winner for the 130 expirations. So trade number 15 is a full winner. Okay, so trade number 15, full winner. Update this for engineered options. I think you got a little winner chicken dinner here. Engineered options. Trade 15. That was SPX. 6875. 6870. Entry 250 credit. Closed 0 debit. And then we had the those pending orders will not fill. Those are all done, done, done. XSP, that is trade number 19. One more here. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so the XSP trade is closed. Very nice. Full profit on waterfall income for 2 winners of the 130 expirations. We nice return today for the 125 out of 150. So we pull in 83% of our max credit on daily profit play today. Nice, nice, nice. And I think that's about to do it. All right. So overall, fun bonus session. Fun final hour. Trades came together nicely. Full profit. Nice 83% return. Full profit on, well, we took a bonus trade, had two bonus traps, bonus trades, took them off for some extra credit, which is great. This one's full profit. And this one, winner for that bonus trade. Full winner on waterfall. The defense I sacrificed, that was down 95 cents. That is full profit on waterfall. Another winner there for 165. Defense failed at 95 cents. Defense failed at $1.40. I already took that math into consideration. So end of day trap for 10 cents. I lost 10 cents. So net, overall pretty happy. Cool. I also did some rolls today on Tesla. I rolled some calls out to $500 into May. That actually grabbed me an extra $25 of credit on Tesla. Not bad. So hopefully, my cost base on Tesla is down to like, I don't know, 220, 215 on Tesla. So if I'm getting it called away at like $500, if price goes up at all, that'd be great. Obviously, if it goes down, I'll just keep rolling. I'll roll calls or work my cost bases down. Okay, good stuff. All right, I am going to wrap it up there. So I saw the message in Discord. I'll get that that one trade mastery session updated. If anybody's interested in some options, this is a quick guide for $27. I've got the foundation course for $497. Any of my services that I trade, this is what they look like. Okay, win percentage versus reward to risk. I don't think I have the slide that shows the percentages, but I'll tell you. Daily profit play, over 89% winners, over 94% winners, over 97% winners for Project Options Edge. Pinch is 85%, 71%. Right now we're at 81% on live trades. Engineered options with 2 extra winners today. We're sitting at 11. This is live trading. So 11 winners, 2 losses, 84.6%. This one's going to settle probably closer to like 65 or 70. I know given like the house edge is like 58%, 60%. We've got decent alignment, so I think we can get up to like 65 or 70, but it's a newer service. I mean, this has been out for 2 weeks now. So anyway, but it's nice having one-to-ones, that's for sure. It's a lot better than taking on more risk, which I do that every single day. So it's nice to have something that's one-to-one. Double up, we had a nice winner this week. We ended up grabbing what was it on double ups? We did like 3 butterfly spreads. I don't remember what day it was, but we had 3 trades. We had a net winner of like $275 on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. Might have been Monday. I don't remember, but it was net winner. Crash insurance, that's just hedging. So anyway, getting the job done, whatever it takes. All right, good stuff. That's the link to the video. Yeah, the link is in this chat, but if it doesn't work, I just said hit me up on Telegram. Or, I'm sorry, not Telegram. Hit me up on Discord. So somebody hit me up here. Trade. Yeah. So here is the one trade mastery. One of my quick boot camp sessions on trading options, and one trade mastery right here. There it is. Okay, that is in my Discord under the free group chat. All right. On a positive note, the market is green for the month of January. So this is where we started the month. This is December. This is January. And that's good. So we finished January positive. That usually has a good historical probability to say the markets are going to be finishing higher for the year. So I guess this kind of puts the, again, this isn't guaranteed, of course, but the line in the sand would be prices should be above 68.46, hopefully by the end of the year. If they are, great. Okay. I still have my reservations about being super bullish this year because of midterm elections and a new Fed and all the stuff the market's going to be testing, plus all this drama in gold and silver, blah, blah, blah. I am quite cautious, but plenty of ways to navigate the markets and survive. You can just trade like Larry and be up $500,000 in the first 3 weeks of trading for the year. Larry can just enjoy himself for the rest of the year. Anyway. All right. I'll let you go. Have a good weekend, everybody. Happy Friday. And we will talk very soon. Okay. Thanks. Like and subscribe. All right. See you, everybody. Bye.